Okay, so I have catachresis and I'm Michaela Spellman. For my original definition, I said that it is something that you can literally do, but turned into something extreme that we understand what it means, but in reality makes no sense. So if you pick that definition apart, it makes sense. It's kind of like catachresis in a way, but the literary thing that we do understand is speaking. Everybody can speak. Everybody can do it. Everybody knows how to do it. And then you turn it into something extreme. Something that is kind of like a hyperbole, which is also an extreme way of talking, but not exactly. Then this is when you make it into something that doesn't make sense. So speaking blind. You can't speak blind because last time I checked, your eyes don't have a mouth on them and your mouth doesn't have eyes. So that is how you put together catachresis. For my original examples, he sang defeat. Once again, you can sing, you have sang, but you cannot sing of defeat. Defeat is not something that you can sing. It is an action that happens after you have lost. So he sang defeat would be an example of catachresis. The next one, he climbed the waves of difficulty. You cannot climb waves. It is not possible. You can wade in waves, you can swim in waves, but you can't climb them. Everybody knows that you can't climb them. But there are different waves of difficulty. There's different steps, and everybody knows that. Things get harder, things get easier. From easy to hard. So that makes sense when you first hear it. He climbed the waves of difficulty, but you can't literally climb waves, which makes it an example of category. So my examples from in-class text. This is from graduation, which was in the 50 essays book, which we're able to all mark in because it's our own book, but it's on page 28, and the first sentence on top says, "The man's dead words flew like bricks around the auditorium, and too many settled in my belly." Well, bricks cannot fly. They are inanimate objects and they are not able to fly. But we know that they are very heavy, and so the words that the man was saying were thrown out very like hard and very harsh, and they hit people very hard like a brick would, because bricks are not soft. They are not going to feel good. So the words were very rude and very mean, and they did not settle well in her stomach. Second sentence, the man's dead words fell like clouds around the auditorium, and too many settled in my belly. This is another example of catachresis because clouds cannot fall. Clouds do not fall. Clouds can disappear when there is little to no water in the atmosphere, but clouds cannot fall, which makes this an example of catachresis. We understand what it says, but in the same way, it does not make sense. So for my real world examples, I have a sentence from Hamlet, and it says, "I will speak daggers to her." Nobody can literally speak daggers. What it literally means is that he's going to speak very harshly, very rude, very sharp words that are going to hurt her. "I will speak daggers." You can literally speak. That is a thing that everybody can do. But you cannot speak daggers. You can speak words, but you cannot speak daggers, which makes this an example of catachresis. The second sentence is by Shakespeare, who also wrote Hamlet, but anyway, says, "I do not ask for much. I beg for cold comfort." Comfort is not cold. When we associate comfort, it's normally warm and blankets and fireplaces and movies and cuddling and cookies and ice cream. It's not cold. It's not a cement wall or cement floors or anything dark, damp, and unfriendly. It's very warm and comforting, just like the word comfort, for that matter. But that is what makes it an example of catachresis. Comfort is not cold. So thank you for listening to my presentation on catachresis, and I hope that you understand it more.